everyone wants to play at the front of a story. And that's why this game's so exciting. It's vibrant, it's colorful. You know, Poison Ivy, all these characters are just really vibrant and funny, really funny.
Wouldn't be a Lego game without humor. I wouldn't expect anything less.
You're right.
But I love the color palette. The plastic, it really does shine. It's got this like super saturated aspect. It actually looks more like the cartoon than it really does like, you know, like a video game.
Yeah, so the cool thing about, well, it's supervillains, that's cool, but the coolest thing about this game is what we've done is we're allowing players to make their own villain that is actually integral to the story. It's not just a skin, it's not just an extra character for the sake of it. So this is how the game opens. We're in Strikers Island, we're having a conversation with Gordon and Lex, and he wants to know information about this character, which turns out to be the one you make. And you can instantly customize and create your character. So as the dossier opens, we go in, and then you can start making a character.
Wonderful. All right, well, let's make a bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. But the customization levels, like we've never gone this far. We've had character customizers before, but always as a free play thing, as an afterthought. This time it's front and center. So you can put decals on, you can change the colors, you can add different hair pieces, different faces, you can put beards on, weird arms, torsos. Everything is customizable, and then you can customize your powers. So you can give and assign powers, and you can then also, as you go through the game, you actually upgrade your character. So you absorb energy at certain points, and you can upgrade your character. So it's like an RPG light, I guess, somewhere in there. But yeah, James is going to make us something. I don't quite know what, but my favorite bit is what he's doing, randomized. Because I'm so impatient when I play games. I just want to randomize and go. So that's generally what I will do. But James is kind of a master of using this customizer. But all the weapons are customizable, so you can also change the colors and change the attack styles, change the voices. So you know, there's male voices, female voices, there's robot voices. Everything is customizable, and you'll see here. So the character that James has made goes onto your grid, and then as we go into the game, your character walks into the cutscene. And then you're going to get to play that character.
That's great. Got it. Now, when you say that you get to upgrade them as you go through, so whatever weapons and special powers you choose, those just get greater, or do you add other special powers as you go along?
Yeah, you add new powers, but at any point in the game, you can also just stop and go, actually, I want to change the color of my hair. I want to, you know, it could be that you're partway through the game and you unlock a cool character like, I don't know, Lobo, and you're like, oh, Lobo's got like a really cool hairpiece. I'm going to go and change my hairpiece, and you can change your hairpiece. So you can change on the fly, and everything is obviously live. So you'll see here, this is the point when your character is going to come in. So whatever James has made, which is kind of weird, so that's your character, and off you go on the story. And the super cool thing is, at the end of the story, which is it's a great story, what you do and what you choose with your character decides how the game ends.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
So speaking of the story, can you dive in a little bit and tell us what the setup is? Why are we playing as these supervillains this time around?
Yeah, so the setup is you've got the Legion of Doom, they're breaking out of Strikers Island. And then I'm going to try and keep it simple, I'm going to just opt to go, right, the Legion of Doom are the bad guys, the Justice League are the good guys. Right. Everyone knows who they are. In the story, the Justice League go, and they're replaced by the Justice Syndicate, who are Owlman and Ultraman. And it's basically the Earth 3 Justice League, and they're really bad. They're like really bad, but they're trying to pretend to be the Justice League and be all nice. The bad guys, Legion of Doom, get onto that, and it's like, right, we've got to figure out what's going on. So the bad guys figure out that the good guys are bad guys. The bad guys need to take out those bad guys. It all goes wrong, and the next thing, Darkseid turns up with Apocalypse, with Granny Goodness, the Furies, Steppenwolf, Parademons, and it just...
Oh my god, they're really all in
more
there.
bad stuff.
Does Granny have all her little orphans with her too? I think we've got
and she has this like, it's super cool because she's got a rocket-powered Zimmer frame she flies around on. But she'll stop and she knits goons, and they're little woolen bad guys that come and attack you.
That's so cool.
Things get, you know, we like making things silly.
Yeah.
We've kind of upped the level of silly on this one because villains allow you to do that.
I also like the art style, too, of the counting on the side. Yeah. You're looking on the left-hand side of the screen. That has definitely changed from the last Superheroes one. It has its own, obviously it's a Lego story, but it has its own unique art style. Yeah,
we've kind of lent into the fact that the villains are so vibrant. So when people see the box art, it's bright green. It kind of zooms off the page, and it really stands out. Everything's got a kind of weird graffiti style, kind of Joker graffiti style. And we've tried to carry that through into the game, so that it just has this like really fresh feel to it. Yeah, we want people to play this game and go, well, this feels completely different to like a Lego game that I may have played previously.
Now with the co-op options in this one, was there anything that you learned from previous Lego games that you changed for this one? Anything that you maybe would have done differently? Yeah,
we spend a lot of time when we finish a game looking at player reactions and how people are perceiving it, and we still focus test a lot with children. So from the other superhero games that we've done, we learned a lot about making things easy. Sometimes people struggle with knowing which characters have which abilities. Sometimes they don't know what those characters are, who they are. So we've done a lot of stuff with this game to make things a lot easier to play. As in, you know, when people are playing, you want people to almost play without realizing what they're doing. So they don't have to sit there getting frustrated. It'll naturally flow. The gameplay naturally flows. There's an awful lot of stuff in there with dossiers, so you can open it up and read about your character, what powers they've got, how they unfold, and how they unlock. But it's about making things nicer to play. So yeah, here you go. So James has opened the dossier, and there's some information about your character. And it's we've just, every time we do a game, we try and sort of go, okay, this is what someone maybe didn't like, so let's try and get rid of that. Let's make it better. And again, it comes down to the messaging as well. So we've got different hint styles. We've tried to not just have goons for the sake of goons. They have a purpose. And then the story, the combo, we've kind of redone loads of stuff. And it's even little things that people won't notice. So when we ask people to like press a certain button, sometimes you can actually press any button. So because, you know, really, really new people to games, really young kids, they'll just do this and look at the controller. You want them to look at the screen.
Right.
So they'll just press a button, and it's like, this is cool. But we've got that added challenge in for older gamers. Because these games, everyone plays these games.
Yeah.
Except my mum and dad, but I can't do much about that.
Maybe villains will be the one that'll convince them.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, one day. I still don't have a real job.
So in the game, which character is your favorite to play as?
It's so hard because I always love the bad guys. So, you know, playing Darth Vader in Lego Star Wars, playing Voldemort in Lego Harry Potter, everyone wants to play the bad guys, but this is all the bad guys.
It's so hard to choose.
Yeah, so it's like I love playing Clayface, but I love playing Riddler. I love Scarecrow is one of my favorites because he's got this new mechanic in here, Toxin Create, and he's just like really creepy. And then he creates this like image in everyone's mind, but we show it, which is this huge monster. So everyone runs away. So he's really good. But there's a really obscure character called the Ventriloquist.
Oh.
And the team at home have done an amazing job on his animations because he's got a ventriloquist dummy. But he holds that out and it's got Tommy guns. And then when he tiptoes on the back of the ventriloquist dummy, and it's all really weird. But I think, and that's the great thing, because the team puts so much into these games.
Yeah, there's so much detail.
Yeah, you see stuff that, you know, us as a design team, we ask for things, but then, you know, as it comes to the game getting finished, it's like, we didn't ask for this. And it's like, but the animation team have like added another sort of layer of quality here, or someone's added some gameplay, and everyone kind of gets carried away in the office. They love making these games.
Well, we appreciate them getting carried away because it just makes the game better.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
definitely are benefiting from it.
Yeah, and you know, again, what we've done again from the previous Lego Batman games to evolve into Lego DC Supervillains, we've actually got a huge open world this time round, which Lego Batman 1 didn't have an open world. Lego Batman 2 had Gotham. Lego Batman 3 had some lantern planets, individual worlds. So Lego DC Supervillains, we've given players a whole open world, which is Gotham and Metropolis and Smallville. There's also Arkham Asylum and Belle Reve Penitentiary and Strikers Island, and you name it, it's in the game.
Wow.
So the hub world's just a really joyous playground of idiocy, of us having fun.
You know, the Lego movies are extremely popular. Does any of the humor and pop culture that's in the movies influence you guys or inspire you guys when you're making these games, or do you feel like they really are two separate art forms?
We get inspired by everything. So whether it's comics, whether it's movies, anything that's like DC, and anything that's pop culture, if you can combine those together, our writers love to do silly things, and the writing in this is just great. If you
unlocked a new ability.
Yeah, there you go. So so there you go, and you get to customize like we were saying before, which is great. But you know, if you don't want like that beam, you've got different beam styles, and then you can go back and you can go, actually, I don't want an orange beam because that's boring, so I'm going to have like a red beam or a brown. Why would you have a brown beam? Or a yellow beam, and then you can go, oh, do I want it in my left hand, right hand, from my chest, from both hands, from my eyes? And again, it's just those levels of customization.
That's awesome.
but yeah, there's so much in the game, and I just can't wait for people to kind of get their hands on it and play it. And I think people are going to love being the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many bad guys. And the voice cast on this, we've got such a phenomenal voice cast on in this game. It's kind of everyone we wanted, and we don't normally get everyone we want, and we got everyone we wanted on this one. So people just like hearing those classic voices.
Anyone you can share with us?
Harley wouldn't be Harley without Tara. Clancy is Lex. Joker, people are going to love who's our Joker.
Yeah.
I can't say anything, apparently.
I wonder who it could be.
But yeah, it's kind of a who's who. There's so much great talent in the game, but the jokes then work really well because some of the voice actors are known for playing maybe more serious versions of those characters. So when we get to have a bit of fun with them, it's you know, those voice sessions are great fun to be in. So yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun, and that's what a game should be.
Absolutely, that's what all the LEGO games should always be about.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Arthur, thank you so much for joining us.